Hello, leaders. Welcome to Digital Mandate, the leadership podcast brought to you by Tech Disruptor Media. I'm your host, Nisha Sharma, Senior Tech Correspondent at Tech Disruptor Media. Today, we have Mr. Bipradas Bandopadhyay, Head of IT at Zuari Infra India Limited. Thank you, Bipradas, for joining us.
Thank you, Nisha, for having me in this podcast.
Bipradas, what inspired Zuari Infra to shift from Tally and traditional spreadsheets to Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Nav build? Was there a particular catalyst or business challenge driving that decisions?
Have multiple projects in multiple cities across India and, of course, internationally. So we needed to have a digital backbone, okay, which will enable us to monitor the projects, make sure they are running on time, delivery is happening, all of this. So currently, earlier what we are having was that tally and spreadsheets. Those were not good ones, good tools actually to give us a scalability, cross-functional visibility, audit requirements to fulfill audit requirements, audit accuracies, etc. So we found that being a very big pain point for the business. So I started identifying what type of solutions should be suitable to run this type of business. So we have gone into multiple ERP products, and we finalized Microsoft Dynamics 365 as well as the nav build. So we identified a partner who has delivered this nav build product, developed and delivered. So we tied up with them to ensure that we get all the information necessary from the project inception till project handover. So that was our whole objective, to have an end-to-end flow in one system itself, as well as to ensure that the management, the top leadership, should have a single source of. That is the critical component that drove us towards this digital transformation initiative.
So my next question is around ERP. Making such a substantial investment in ERP and digital systems always brings up the questions of value. So how do you and your team measure ROI and digital maturity, whether it's across ERP, your digital marketing activities, or an infrastructure technology?
So for ERP, the ROI was very simple, that single source of truth. So there should be a validated data system or a business dashboard which should be appearing in the ERP system. That is one ROI that I have kept. Apart from that, there is a point of reduced turnaround time. I will again focus on that because all departments have their own systems, logics to complete the processes. But we need as a business a very fast turnaround, as because the time is the money, time is the value, time is the money here. So in that situation, in the ERP we had a certain ROI of reduced turnaround time as per the target set. Different departments have different turnaround times. That also we have monitored, that also we are monitoring. Apart from that, our closures, so financial book closures, monthly closures, quarterly closures, which are supposed to happen within a specified time so that we can report to the board, that also is one of the KRA KPIs, or you can call ROIs, for the ERP. That is one component. Coming to digital maturity, so there is a framework that we have set up here which will talk about what are the investment, what is the cost of acquisition for the customer's perspective, how the inter-system tools are integrated, at what level they are integrated. That is a digital maturity framework I'm talking about. And then coming to the last one, but not the least, is that audit accuracy. How much auditable information is available in the system? Not all information can be audited. So what all information that auditors require, that is also one component. So this is overall brings about the digital maturity as such. Now coming to the infra side has very standard and straightforward ROI, such as downtime, reduction of downtime of my systems, my processes, ensuring that they are up as per the SLAs or the target set by the management. This is the majority of the ROIs that we have considered across all the spectrum.
Are you currently exploring advanced analytics or AI driven tools for constructing, forecasting, procurements, or other functions? Or what's your outlook for these capabilities in when we talk about Indian infrastructure?
We are also in the process of implementing AI. Currently, we are in the early stage of analyzing the capabilities of generative or predictive AI, basically, to understand. See, there are two, three things that we are focusing on. Starting with our construction side is the key parameters to look for are the construction schedule, whether there is a slippage is going to happen or not, and the procurement side, whether we are overshooting the budget or the cost component. So we are trying to find out certain solutions run by AI, generative AI or a predictive AI, so that the tool can predict, okay, whether the project is going to go for a slippage in terms of schedule or a cost wise. So that is one part where we are working at. We are doing multiple POCs with different tools to understand which is suitable for the business. Now coming to the other one, there are two more things I would like to highlight here apart from construction and procurement is their marketing. So currently there are quite a good number of tools which are AI driven, which are running for the marketing side of the things. Now we are also exploring few of them to understand what benefit they can give us in terms of marketing, because our organization initially will sell the product before the construction happens. So selling a product would require a lot of marketing efforts, where we would like to use the AI enabled tools to ensure that we are on right track, as well as we are having a improved cost for acquisition. You know, earlier we have spoken about the ROI. So here also the AI enabled tool will help us to achieve the ROIs as far as digital marketing is concerned. So we should have a reduced cost per lead, we should have a reduced cost per acquisition, and all of this. So that is one component. And the third and the most important one that we are currently focusing on a very detailed manner, on an intensive manner, is that use of agentic AI to automate certain processes inside our organization that will enable us to achieve an TAT or a turnaround time, which are currently not achievable because there are certain manual interventions. We would like to have an automated processes running through using the agentic AI. So these are the broadly the areas where we are currently exploring different AI tools.
My next question would be around agility of projects. So we have noticed that you have brought both CSM and PMP credentials to your IT leadership. So how have agile methods influenced the way you delivered large projects? Any stories where agility led to significant projects save or innovation?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So currently, so there are two models that operates here in IT software implementation. Is that one is a standard waterfall model, one is the agile model. Now, what we have done here, we have done a hybrid. We have not gone specifically for a full-fledged one of the models. We have gone for a hybrid. So, what is the hybrid agile model? Is that for certain cases we are following the standard structures as advised by the PMP book, and in certain cases we are applying the agile model on top of it to make sure my deliveries are on time, reduced time to market, plus reduced errors and reduced rework. So I'll just give an example what we have done here by using this model is that for the ERP implementation, for the core modules, which are very core modules like finance, projects, etc., for those modules, we have gone through the standard process, standard waterfall process, going through multiple iterations, phases, and then finally delivering. But we have also integrated some portals, which are say customer portals, vendor portals, where customers can access and have their information. Vendor portals or vendor can provide their RFQs and all of these response to RFQs and other things. So there we have gone for a sprint deployment, meaning that on top of the standard products what we have implemented, we have gone for a sprint model, so that quick delivery, quick turnaround time can be achieved. So that we have done. So that process we have followed. So that's why it is called hybrid agile model, where we are going for both standard structures for the bigger modules, where we have to go through all the phases including testing and everything, requirement analysis. For the smaller modules, which will be a bolt on or a top up on the standard modules, we have gone through the what you call the sprint methodology. We have done it through the agile framework and make sure that there is no error at the end of the project, while my turnaround time has reduced and my reworks have reduced. These are the very critical components that we are able to achieve using this particular mix and match model, I would say.
Like we have included AI, we have included ERP, so why not cloud and compliance and security? So my next question is about, as you migrate more workloads to the cloud, So, how are you aligning your IT compliance and cybersecurity strategy, especially in the context of ISO certifications or evolving regulatory expectations?
Yeah. That is a very good and pertinent question again, I would say, because nowadays cloud is another thing that people are going into everywhere, and we also have gone through. It's not that we have not gone through. So people are saying that cloud first is the thing, but I would say cloud first does not mean we have to compromise on the securities and other things. Security, cyber security to be precise, is the first and foremost thing that an organization will look for. Whether it is cloud or on premises does not matter, because that is where the crux of the matter lies. Because if you are attacked and if you are compromised as an organization, then all business data and everything goes out and it's a total breach. So considering the situation, we have also adopted cloud for our ERP system. For example, our ERPs, the ERP that we are currently running is on cloud based only, but we follow a layered approach as far as compliance and resilience in terms of cyber security. That is what we have our ISOs already done for the project and construction, and we are planning to go for the ISO 27001, which is for the IT. So as part of that preparation, we have implemented a layered compliance and resilience framework in our organization, which follows the NIST standards and the ISC2 principles. Okay, these are they are the bosses basically in terms of cyber security, so we follow them to make sure that our systems are well protected and well recorded, well monitored in terms of the processes that are going inside. So we have embedded few tools as well in the cyber security domain. So we do a 24 by 7 monitoring, we have a log analysis done, we have a AI enabled tool which will allow us to understand what type of threats are coming, what is the action that needs to be taken. All of this we are doing. Plus, we have recently implemented XDR, MDR tools, CM tools, okay, so that we are on top of any current threat or any potential cybersecurity threat that can come from the outer world. So, compliance wise, these are the basic requirements that we have to follow as well for our audit purpose that we are doing. Resilience wise, we would like further go ahead and implement few more tools which are there in the cybersecurity domain to ensure that we are fully protected from inside and from outside. So one of them would be the zero trust architecture that we are currently evaluating, to make sure that we follow that architecture and ensure that there are no devices which are trusted on the face value of it. We have to ensure they have to go through a hierarchy of approvals and hierarchy of compliances. Okay, so that is how we are following. So we are on top of it as of now, and of course cloud is there, but we are not compromising on the cloud as such, leaving the cyber security behind. So cyber security is the forefront of any organization, and like us for also, but then cloud also we are utilizing to the extent possible.
Thank you, Bipradas. Your experience really highlights how purposeful digitalization and leadership can make tangible impacts